Sleep is really good disengage against the Doom and the Legion Commander. You're gonna have to be a little bit careful with your positioning around the Tiny, but I think it's quite good. The lockdown from the net is also really good with the Razor, right? So that's gonna help him quite a bit. And even just using the link with the song is also pretty potent. So I like this quite a bit. And for Fnatic, is that a Envy Monkey King?
I don't know, dude. This draft is looking so weird. Create space for Envy, or is it going to be the other way around?
Yeah. Alright, I don't know if my stream is recovering here. Alright, well, lift up onto the Naga. Yeah, I'll give you the word. Tim's in some trouble. Boundless Strike gonna catch him. Jingu sticks up for Envy. Looks like they should be able to finish this. Pylai with one last swipe of the sword is actually gonna finish the kill.
Which is unfortunate. So, the bright spot for the team is Raven. He's got, you know, essentially the best lane, getting the best amount of farm. Do you think we're gonna see anything greedy, or we're gonna see more of the...
Envy might be in trouble here. Oh, whiffed stun from Sam H. That is not a good look. Ice spiked Carapace, though, reflecting that Boundless Strike. It looks like he will get ticked down, but not before DJ gets off one last Fade Bolt. He gets netted up. Is there another stun? Not quite in time. He says to ya. And on the words.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh. Wraparound gank from Pi. He's got the Doom ready to go. Can they figure out which one is the real one? Cuckoo trying to hide in amongst the illusions. And he does so successfully. They now realize what's happened, but Pi is a little bit too deep under the tower. Perhaps toss away. Not going to help him. DJ's also there. Looks like maybe they will get this kill anyway. Nice doppelganger dodging the avalanche. Sam H comes in. One last auto attack finishes that kill. Got a Ring of Aquila on this Nyx Assassin. Interestingly enough.
Hero. And they might grow.
What do you make of this skill build, by the way? Check it out. Cuckoo for Phantom Lancer. 1 point in Lance.
Interesting.
Oh, we got action down bottom. They are trying to go on the Monkey King. He's got a good Boundless Strike line. Is that going to be enough to save him? The Maledict is so annoying, never able to jump up onto the tree. Death Ward does come out. They finish off that kill. Now Naga chasing for more. Does have the song. If this goes badly, Cuckoo dropping very low, and the double kill actually picked up. Abed tosses the Naga on top of the Phantom Lancer. Now Raven trying to run his way out of this one. Sam H also just around the corner, looking to help out. And are still chasing on Fnatic, but should be able to close the gap.
It's against Tiny, right? You don't want to run close to him because you get clubbed. I feel like he does more damage to you than you do.
I guess it is. You probably push lanes and farm a little bit faster, but I see what you mean. Doom gonna get stunned up. Samage is just waiting for him and try and get the clap out. Does as much damage as he can before he dies. Now they come running in, but Cuckoo immediately drops down below half HP. He needs to be careful about joining these fights early on, especially against the AoE. He's just gonna stand still, jukes them out. Now looks over towards DJ Cuckoo, making the mind games happen. Universe gets tossed over towards the Phantom Lancer. He's got another doppel up soon. They're chasing after Abed now. He's slowed, he's linked, he's dead. Can they find Universe? Tim's gonna be looking for it. Pops the song, but the AoE is so small at level 1 now. Universe just runs it off. Oh, that's feels bad for sure. He's probably as effective as like Universe and Envy combined at this point, and that's kind of creating some wake for the rest of the team to just farm up in, right? And it's not like the Naga necessarily needs a bunch of items to do her job early on, so I kind of like this from TNC. You gotta jump in. They've managed to find the real Cuckoo. Well, didn't get the duel onto him, but they just burst down the swarm, and they will find him in the midst of it.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen a lot of times, because it doesn't matter if you're kind of among your illusions. There's a lot of AoE spells for Fnatic to instantly kill the illusions or do a high amount of damage to it. But top lane, Raven, able to take down a tier 2 now. Fnatic really ahead in the early game, and this is very reminiscent of what we just watched in the previous series.
They're looking for 1437. Abed's found him. He's gone. Alright. Tiny rotations working pretty nicely. Pylai gonna get caught out by Sam H. Raven finishes him off. DJ also running in here. Do they have enough damage to burst him? Looks like they do not. That build coming in big. Blink on Universe. He wants this kill onto Sam H. Avalanche coming through onto 2. Double kill for Abed. Raven still fighting, but doesn't really have too much here to help him out. Doppelganger stolen by DJ. Keeping himself alive. I thought he was dead, but he's actually A-okay. Next. This just seems to be his build for the most part. Always goes the Battle Fury into Echo Saber. I don't actually know if I've ever seen him, or at least in recent memories, seen him go anything else. He also seems to, I think he likes the, oh, they're gonna jump in here, they're looking for Cuckoo. Can they kill him off? Boundless Strike, keeping him locked down. He's already used the doppel, in fact, and just gets right-clicked to death. Abed with the double damage. Big stony fists.
I like how this time they don't chase that illusion that was running south. Top lane looks like Doom was going for the kill here, and Deny coming through. Very nicely done by Raven. And then, of course, he helps his team to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, simultaneously on the bottom side, Universe gets a dual victory. That's the second one of the game. A lot of stats. So if you're not playing for illusion, your actual hero is still quite decent.
Yeah. And it's going to be quite a high level. I mean, he's already level 17, 22 minutes into the game. The pace hasn't been that fast. Fnatic looking for some kind of initiation here. They don't have the Wukong's command. Envy's scouting ahead. Sam H is also here. Raven going to be coming around the corner. They are trying to burst the Phantom Lancer. They get him, but now they come in with Sam H with the stun. Catches under 3. They have managed to duel up the Razor. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. Universe looks like he should tick out to the Maledict, but Fnatic are not done. They charge forward. Abed picks up a double. Oh man, they just exploded the Phantom Lancer. He didn't get an opportunity to cast a single spell on those lines. And Fnatic able to play around their vision a little bit more. They had these really deep wards at bottom for a bit, but weren't really able to use them. But after taking that fight, they reset the lane position a bit and continue kind of playing around here. Rubik's got what I think is still the best steal this game. He's got the Impale. Dust gets popped. They've actually scouted at Sam H. They knew that he was coming. I don't know if they needed to use the Doom there, but still very nice pick up. Oh, high 37. Yeah. High's pretty fast. Not pop the drum. Raven still have a drum charge as well. He just dead to the Maledict. Yeah, he's super dead to the Maledict. 4 points in that from 137.
I'm surprised he didn't activate drums. I thought he could have ran out if he did. But it's all good.
Envy's on the prowl here. Scouting around as the Monkey King. Sees 1437. Can he actually get this solo kill? He's got the Echo Saber doing good damage. Universe tries for the kill secure, but not gonna get it. Cuckoo with his S and Y actually able to keep on Phantom rushing towards the Monkey King, and he cuts him down with his Battle Fury. He's stunned forever. Eternal Envy, what can he really do? He's actually doing a decent amount of damage. Healing up with the Jingu. This could be a turnaround. Universe gonna come in with the Blade Mail popped. Doing his best, but it looks like it might just be dual damage. Fed away to the Phantom Lancer. That's a plus 14 for Cuckoo. Oh wow. No, that Phantom Rush. The window of opportunity for Fnatic was closed very, very quickly. Oh, they have managed to get the lift back onto the Phantom Lancer over at mid. Can get the duel off? No, they can't. And now Cuckoo just running for dear life, trying to get back to his team, but he's actually going to get dueled up. Now the song coming in. There's 3 standing on top of each other. Sam H looking for this opportunity with the stun, but a nice Doom coming in out of Pylai's Eye, at least going to prevent that stun from coming out. Eternal Envy up to the high ground, but he actually gets his ultimate canceled by 1437 with the paralyzing cast. The Wukong's command does absolutely nothing. Abed running away on the left-hand side of this fight. He's going to get left for dead. Universe just blinking himself out of there, and DJ looks like also dead. He has the doppelganger once again, trying for the illusion juke. You wanted to see it, Lumi, but there's just too much damage coming out of TNC, and with that they take a 4-for-0 fight and head straight up onto the high ground.
Man, but like TNC has shown us some really weird strategy, but I don't know if Fnatic was really able to execute theirs. TNC now rolls them over, takes one lane of Rakshasur. Actually, setting up a second lane here.
What was the Fnatic strategy, though, in your mind? It seems like they've kind of picked for lanes. They picked some heroes that they think are strong, but I don't necessarily see a ton of synergy in the lineup. I mean, maybe I'm just flaming because, you know, whatever they were planning didn't pan out, but
no, me neither. I don't really see like the synergy of stuff either, but they're just playing well. Pi's gonna get picked up after a spike here. Double buyback gonna get committed. Or TNC just back it up. Avalanche toss gonna be there. There's gonna be enough damage. Universe first up dying here.
And Abed now just getting muscled down as well. The BKB is helping out a bit. DJ's just dying to the illusions. Cuckoo's killing everybody. Raven's running forward without a care in the world. He's not even auto-attacking. He's just letting the Eye of the Storm do the work. And there you go. Fnatic gonna call the GG.
Oh, definitely not a very good showing here for Fnatic.
Definitely not. Also, if you're worried about that OD, the only reason that I brought up the Brewmaster is because they banned the Gyrocopter. And I think Gyro is one of the heroes that deals with Brewmaster the best in lane. So, also, if you're worried about that OD pick, then maybe this is going to be helpful. Yeah, there you go.
Got him.
Got him. Not just a pretty face, Lumi.
Yeah. So
he got a lot of leeway in the last game, and this game he's actually got a Stout and 2 salves. So Fnatic once again putting a lot of emphasis on Pylai helping to win the lanes.
You gotta be careful. Now Pi has a ton of attack speed, but the creep wave's been helping out. In fact, they're gonna roll on him. Pi's gonna just go down here. Oh wow. They just tanked that creep wave for like a good 20 seconds.
Yeah. Is this just the counter to the offlane pull? You just send your 2 supports to maybe just finish farming this blink. Alright, well, that tier 1 injection of money is going to help, certainly. Oh, Raven farming the big camp, needs to be careful. There's deflection, gets clapped out, doesn't have the doppel for a couple of seconds. Can he juke this out? He's actually got so many illusions. The primal split gets popped. Charging in, who are they looking for? They do focus onto the Witch Doctor, 1437 getting zapped down. The Nyx Assassin's up in the air. He does have a spiked Carapace, able to get into the Vendetta. So he's going to be okay. DJ's a little bit low. Nuke going to connect over onto Envy. Sam H. Is he gonna go for this kill? Gets the stun out. Nice Hex reaction from PJ, but not gonna be enough. Sunder comes through. Envy also just getting muscled down. Sam H still needs a little while for his next stun. Envy's quite fast. Just gonna juke his way into the trees. He's got his Quelling Blade ready to go. On the other side, Universe out of the split is getting focused on by 1437, and they can't quite seem to find Envy. They did not want to go late against this PL build. They're not willing to go late against the OD. And TNC definitely seem they're all aboard the late game train right now. OD even queuing up a Midas after that 4-staff. Tim's gonna spot out DJ, roll through, gets hexed up. They are gonna drop down the Mass Serpent Wards, helping to control the space around here. Earth Spirit can he at least get off the Magnetize. Nice Boulder Smash from Tim's and the drag back Silence, but Envy comes in. They clean up the 2 supports. 2-for-1 support trade. Is TNC gonna tap their shrine on the way out? They still have not managed to de-ward everything around here, so Fnatic still with some vision. Nice spiked Carapace from the Nyx. He still slept for a little bit longer. Universe, no primal split for 40 seconds. And we'll get the blink clap. Has Sam H figured out where the ward is? I think he has.
Further behind. And looks like we might run into
Sam H actually has a gem. Oh, they try for the stun on the Universe, but they don't get it off. Can they stop the primal split? They won't be able to. Sam H flubbing that really badly, and now Raven might be in a little bit of trouble as well. If they can disengage from the primal split, that would be great, but I'm not sure if they're going to be quite so lucky. And unfortunately for them, Sam H is the one with the gem. They feed that over at the worst possible moment. Oh, man.
Anybody going to pick up the gem? Alright, Pi like that.
Yellow? Alright, Pi's on. Alright, Universe gonna grab it.
And they're gonna force a kill on the bottom side. Cuckoo blink force forward, and now the Hex is gonna be there. But Raven immediately gonna pick up that kill.
Alright, and Raven may be looking for more. Envy's coming over to help out. Interested in what's going on over here. They're going to sleep up onto the OD. He's got the Hurricane Pike to maybe push himself away, or he can just imprison. Blink's not going to be quite off cooldown in time. Terribly does have the Sunder at the ready. Cuckoo trying to find his way out of here, but looks like no escape. Envy finishes him off. A couple of cooldowns committed for the Terrorblade, the Metamorphosis, and the 10-second BKB. Coming fight. 5 seconds on the respawn.
Maybe. DJ's coming in with Mass Serpent Ward, though. I think they're going to just meet up with Envy, drop the Mass Serpent Ward, and just run at this building.
And Raven, I mean, he does have a Silver Edge. Abed, they're going to banish him up. Buyback immediately from 147. If they can focus down this OD, it would be big. The Primal Split getting popped. And unfortunately, he TP's straight into the Earth Splitter along with the Stomp. They're going to lose both supports right off the bat. Along with that, the Mass Serpent Wards are just going to town on this lane of Rax. Envy and the rest of the team going to swarm on over to mid. Envy does not have the Metamorphosis for a little bit, but they don't even need their cooldowns. Cuckoo, what can he get done? He's right-clicking onto Abed, doesn't miss on the first couple of shots, but after that, he's being hazed. He's also going to get hit by the Dragon Tail and shackled down. What can they find? Raven manages to find Pylai Die, and now runs himself out of the base. Cuckoo with the buyback, looking towards Abed. Sam H scurrying around, has the stun in a second, but Abed does manage to get off the cheese. Universe just dodging everything, and Cuckoo, I don't know if he can escape. They clap down onto the Phantom Lancer. Cuckoo trying to slink his way back in, but those disables are just way too much from Fnatic, and it looks like Fnatic may have just done it. Raven's in, he's trying to fight up against Envy, but not doing nearly enough damage. Now there's the reflection. The invis not helping at all against this gem on Universe. Raven needs another doppelganger. Looks like he is going to be able to make it back to his fountain. DJ almost getting killed off by Sam H. The Drunken Haze not quite enough. Spiked Carapace attempted TP out, but I think he might just get right-clicked to death.
Man, that gem drop just turned around the game so much, because all of a sudden that PL just, and the Knicks actually, they just can't play.
Yeah, Tim's nice two-man stun. They get the break out of the Dragon Knight. He pops the BKB, trying to fight his way out of this one. 1437, channeling the Death Ward. They bring down Abed. Eternal Envy still has the Aegis, but they'll at least get rid of the Metamorphosis. Can they stay on top of Universe? They're doing a good job of canceling his blink. Tim's still chasing after him. Sam H with the Mana Burn. All right, they finish off Universe. Can they go back for Envy? That's the question. Envy doesn't have a TP scroll. He's running for the enemy fountain. He's going to be able to grab when he pops the BKB. And that'll be the end of that. Does manage to TP out. Meanwhile, the mid melee barracks get cleaned up, it looks like, by the illusions.
I do feel like there's a huge sense of urgency for TNC, and that's why they bought the gem. They just need to wrestle back map control ASAP. And honestly, they have been very unfortunate. Samage now runs into another sentry.
Yep. DJ just gonna lock him down. Tim's comes rolling in with the silence for the save. That's gonna do at least some work. They will be able to clean up the wards. Envy coming through, drops the reflection, looks towards 1437. Does he have the meta? He doesn't, but he doesn't even need it. He 3-shots the poor Witch Doctor. PL still on the run. Envy charging forward. Tim's roll away, but doesn't actually have any rocks left. The constant fighting has left him with no resources, and he's just gonna be completely killed off. Universe in front of him, Envy behind. And this is looking like it might just be it, Lumi. Just make a couple of heroes on the enemy team completely useless. In this case, it's actually the vast majority they're going. Envy taking a little bit of damage here. Does still have his BKB, gonna pop it off. Has the Sunder at the ready. Not really gaining very much HP off of 1437. Raven now popping a BKB, but just getting mowed down by all the illusions. And Abed standing strong in the front line, still has his BKB at the ready. Raven needs to heal up. 1437 doing his best to help him out. Cuckoo with the Imprison. Did not have the Hurricane Pike off cooldown, so can't shove Abed outside of the base. They get the Dragon Tail onto the Witch Doctor. 1437 just brought down. Universe pops the BKB straight into the Primal Split. Just knows that he has to run interference for a couple of seconds, and Fnatic will be able to clean up this lane of Rax. And yeah, with that, 1437 gonna tap out, call the GG, and see if they can do a little bit better in game 3. What do you think went wrong, Lumi? Too greedy of a draft? Didn't do as well as they thought in the lanes? TNC just looked...
siege as easily, and you don't have the shaman, so you actually lose out on a lot of pushing potential, and you have triple melee. I think if you could go for the triple BKB push, yes, it can work. It's just that when it does, if it doesn't work, then you're in a lot more trouble, because the plan B is not necessarily as good.
Okay, so they pick Batrider, they get some more single target lockdown. I like this against the Sven, the DK, the Brewmaster. Is all, more than likely, so... Or they're the favorite going into it. Oh, this is a big... Look at the smoke movement from Fnatic. This is everybody. Who are they going to find? It will be 1437. He is going to get stunned up. No way for him to really escape. Who are they going to give the first blood to is the question. And it will end up being Universe who grabs it. All right. I guess maybe they already have Mana Burn covered on Tim's. He's been spamming it like a madman, just making life a bit more difficult. They're gonna get Nightmare up on the Dragon Knight. They've already got 3 stacks here, but there's a bunch of TPs. Stun only onto one. Samage committing pretty hard, but there's mass stuns to try and burst him down. DJ also completes his TP, gets the lift back, and now Abed not stuck up nearly enough. Still has all those wand charges. Fnatic just TP'd literally every hero to mid lane. They're gonna pop the Primal Split. They're looking for this Nyx Assassin kill, waiting for the boulder to cool down, bring him back down into the silence, and Tims will end up dying. Probably that buys the dust and puts it in his stash as a response. So, can they cancel this? Yes, they can. That Primal Split comes out just that little bit faster these days, and Raven gonna get silenced up and looks like just run down. Can they give this last hit to Envy? Would be nice if they could. He's actually got an Avalanche soon. They're gonna leave it to Universe to finish the kill. And Envy straight back to farming. Up top, they've actually managed to jump in onto DJ, and Cuckoo mows him down. He is, in fact, going for the Battle Fury build once again on his Phantom Lancer. Perseverance flying out. How do you feel about, like... It's not even... I don't think it's even necessarily about the late game here, but my concern is that Fnatic don't necessarily have the tools to catch the TNC split push. And if they're running around the map trying to catch split pushers... Oh, looks like they might have the PL dead to rights here. Primal Split's gonna get popped. The silence is wearing out pretty quickly. Breathe Fire comes in, and Universe will be able to mop him up. But... I mean, TNC, they're like a Hydra. They, you chop off one head. Meanwhile, Tiny is still just split pushing top, and everybody on Fnatic has to run over there. And they have to move as a group, otherwise the Nyx Assassin is going to be setting up kills. Hold that thought. Yeah, 147 dead, and the Nyx Assassin getting caught on top of a sentry. All right, well, never mind. They're playing kind of team-oriented. Universe is going to be going for a Lincoln. I don't even know if this is so much for him, though it is actually quite important that I guess he has it. It doesn't block the Nyx stun, right? So it's mostly just the lasso and the grip. They're going to drag the Dragon Knight back into that Fiend's grip. Can they burst him down? Looks like they should be able to. Eternal Envy right-clicking into Raven, but he's not actually doing that much damage. Now the Spike Carapace reflect onto the cleave. Tim's just setting him up to get bursted down. Abed's bought back into this fight. Can they actually find the Phantom Lancer? He's got the Doppel. As soon as he gets out of the stun, Cuckoo just running for the hills. Pi, DJ, and Abed all hot on his trail, along with the Fire Panda. Looks like those last couple of auto attacks will finish it, but big investment from Fnatic just to come back and grab that secondary kill. What can they actually get done with just the Dragon Knight and the Panda?
KB timing push.
Yeah, it seems to be the idea. Alright, TNC with the smoke. I don't know if this was scouted by this dire Obs. Looks like maybe not, judging by the fact that Envy's still just sitting here farming. Blink coming off cooldown in 3, 2, 1. No, he gets lassoed at the very last second. Straight back into the Fiend script. They're wasting no time at all. The Sven very quickly dealt with, and that is one of the problems with the Sven this game. He doesn't play very well against the lasso and the Fiend script. And TNC, even though he's caught back up a little bit in terms of farm, I mean, this is not where you want to be as a Sven, right? You want to be top of the net worth. But even though he's caught back up, TNC are still just kicking him right back into the dumpster every single time. And now into the pit they go. Sam H, no lasso. Tim scouting a little bit. Universe going to jump in. Does manage to get the Primal Split off. Raven being controlled. Abe with the BKB, right-clicking away. He does manage to make it a little bit further back into the pit. He will not be able to escape the Invis rune. Not helpful at all against the gem. Cuckoo also diving into the back lines. He finishes off DJ. TNC now taking this high ground for themselves. 1437 going to lay down with the Enfeebles. Abed outside of his BKB now. Can be controlled and is actually being burned down a little bit by the Firefly. They just muscle through him. Cuckoo, too much damage. There's no diffusal blade, but he doesn't even need it. Just right-clicks through. There is going to be a Phantom Lancer illusion scouting it out in just a second. They know that it's below half HP. Tim's going to come scurrying over. He does have the Force Staff. He can go into the pit. Highlight Die going to do his best to run interference, and they get the lift up onto the Batright of the Nightmare. Might be enough to save him. He gets the Force Staff up onto the high ground. Eternal Envy finishing off the Roshan at the same time. He grabs it. 1437 getting chased down by the Pandas on the other side of this fight. He gets tossed up as well by the Boulder. They get the lasso onto the Night Stalker trying to burn Highlight Die down, but he's just so tanky. They're forced to commit the grip. They toss Envy into the midst of this fight, as they also jump in with Raven. Envy trying to run away with the Aegis. He doesn't have the God Strength anymore. Abed is the big damage dealer that's left. Cuckoo still surviving. Great stun from the high ground by Tims, and now they've got the gem secured. Envy's going to be coming back soon, but doesn't really matter. Blink away, but it's straight into the waiting arms of Tims. Nice Carapace reflect on that stun, and Fnatic choosing to chase after this fight after the God Strength is used turns out to be a disastrous decision, and TNC will mop them up even with the Aegis.
Initiating. If he jumps in and gets immediately telekinesis or silence, then he could just die. Of course,
He's got BKB.
yeah, he can activate the BKB, but as we've seen from Fnatic, they can have the chain stun to burst somebody down.
They're smoking out. Dire scan, revealing that there are still some TNC heroes hanging around in the area. It's on the flat ground here. Who can they find? They're actually going to run straight in with the Nyx Assassin. Tims gets blown up. Who can they escape with now? It's on top of the shrine. This is a dangerous place for TNC to fight. And looks like they are just going to leave the Tiny for dead. Everybody else going to go and scatter. Cuckoo will do his best to push out the lanes and hold on to this in the interim. Somewhat for Fnatic, though. Cuckoo is actually just going to go in and chop their tier 3 like it was nothing. And then head straight onto the range tracks because Envy is still dead for 10 seconds and Batrider's now found. Highlight Die gonna drag him back with that BKB. Raven working on the racks. The melee's already dead. Cuckoo just gonna doppel himself a bit further back. The primal split going to work. What can it actually do? Cuckoo's just focusing on the pandas. He will have his Lincolns popped, and the lasso's stolen by DJ. He goes in, he drags him back in, but PL is potentially just way too tanky. The right-click damage doing basically nothing. Envy jumps in now, but they've only found Tims. They have to grab more. 1437 juking for dear life inside of the trees. Can he actually TP out? Ooh, just barely finished off. But Fnatic only claiming the 2 supports. And they're going to smoke up as 4. And Cuckoo heads straight into the pit. Meanwhile, Sam H and 1437 going to maintain vision around here over on the high ground. They've been struggling to keep up wards, but it is at least daytime. Highlight Die gonna have his ultimate up soon. The smoke breaks. Sam H still just running on the front. He's gonna get slowed down by the dragon from Abed. Jumps into the back lines. He manages to find 1437, but he gets knocked back. Avatar's combo. They've lost the Bane. Cuckoo's still in the midst of all of this. He picks up the cheese. Who's picked up the Aegis? It wasn't actually the PL.
Oh my god.
Find it in the midst of all this. He's got the cheese. He's got the Abyssal Blade. He's gonna try and work down Envy, but he's just getting cleaved. Still needs to be careful. Nice stun from Tims. Catches on to 2. That means Envy's coming back with the ultimate. The stun stolen from DJ. It catches on to 3. He manages to pop his Ghost Scepter. He's still running. The primal split now coming out. Raven is quite low. Can he finish this kill? The tree grab is not going to finish that one. And now the Brewmaster coming back out there working on Cuckoo, but Envy is just getting kited. Can't do enough damage against the butterfly. Abed might be able to help him, however. Dragon Tail, not enough mana. He's actually been oomed, probably by the Nyx Assassin. In the midst of all of this, is Sam H with the sticky stacks will continue kiting. 4 stacks up on Envy. They will end up losing Tims as Pylai Die runs them down. And Fnatic just chasing for every kill that they can get at the stage. Cuckoo does have an Abyssal Blade back off cooldown.
Thought that was game saving because I felt like without it they just lose that fight, and maybe
Gotta be careful. There's only 3 of you here. Pylai Die on the front lines. He's also got the Lincoln, so they can't just Nightmare him. 1437 gonna tap the shrine. Can they force staff him a little bit further away? Cuckoo's gonna come charging in with a double damage here. Can't afford to get stunned. Pop the Manta. Fiend Script coming out. 1437 might get that stolen. DJ with the cancel. Has the Fiend Script ready to go. Is it gonna go over on the Phantom Lancer? It will. The Nightmare comes out to cancel it, but still Envy charging forward. One more hit is gonna do it. 1437. Their base is in shambles. They don't have a creep wave. They've spent too much time on the Radiant side of the map. Abed now with the plus 40 strength. 3200 health. Sitting on the front lines. Cuckoo does not want to use this buyback. The pit will not be able to force it. There is a glyph available as well. They could go for a toss back, but need to be careful of the immediate initiation of universe. They've still got the vision up onto the high ground. They need to be cautious. Raven jumps out, tosses the Night Stalker in, but Envy just saving through everything. And does just barely manage to get out the Spike Carapace, but Envy with the BKB finishes him off. And now they've got the Fiend Script once again. Over to the Phantom Lancer. Cuckoo makes it out of it. Envy getting kited around somewhat. They get the silence out of the PL. Raven blinking around. Ava tossing everything that he can. DJ taking damage, but they're onto the racks now. Envy making quick work of it. The glyph will get popped. God Strength is running out in a second. Abed almost has a follow-up Dragon Form. He did pop the first one under an Arcane Rune. Cuckoo coming in, but just can't seem to get the damage to stick. Needs his team there with the lockdown. Needs the lasso to land, but Last on cooldown for 30. Cuckoo still on the front lines. Universe jumping in aggressively. Stun does catch onto Sam H. He's going to be able to force staff himself a little bit further back out. Cuckoo focusing on a DJ. This time around, Eternal Envy also going to end up getting dropped. Cuckoo finding momentum in this fight. Abed's in the midst of all of it. He's also got his BKB, popped the Dragon Form. Will just try and fight this one out. Universe also trying to help out the Cuckoo. Looks like he's just doing way too much damage. The red numbers are flying. Abed clearing the illusions decently, but Cuckoo just keeps on making more. Universe is next on the list. Triple kill for Cuckoo. And now Pylai Die might be the next one to fall. He doesn't want to lose this gem, but he's got no choice. Lasso gets dropped down. Raven finds the double, and with that, TNC find the full team wipe. Everybody on Fnatic has a buyback available. Yeah, alright, you
Stream's back on. Sorry about that technical difficulty, but the base continues, and now we're gonna see PL being stunned up. Very, very tanky. Now Envy gonna go in. He's gonna pop the BKB.
Nice force staff away. They're just wasting his time. They got the Phoenix Grip from miles away. 147 controlling him nicely. Abed coming over trying to cancel, but Envy might just be done. Cuckoo about to bring him down. That's Envy with the dieback. Cuckoo still wailing on everybody. They've got the lasso onto the Dragon Knight. They're working through him. Sam H now running forward. They get the Nightmare over onto DJ. Looks like Cuckoo should just be able to finish this game in one fell swoop. There's the ultra kill. The stream really chose the absolute worst time to die, huh?
I mean, look, we picked it up, and they call it GG, and Fnatic.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. TNC will beat their arch nemesis of this week, I guess. And get sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah. Another, I mean, they do still have one more match to play. They're going to be moving on to the grand finals.